Hello everyone, Jose Garcia with Garcia Home University here. So got a video for you on wind zones. What are wind zones? What is a mobile home wind zone? What does it mean? I want to move my mobile home, but the city said not unless it's a certain wind zone. I want to talk about that. The more we move mobile homes, definitely is something that, and if you are getting into this, or you simply want to move even one, maybe your personal one, I don't know, but you want to move one, there's certain things you need to know. Okay. And I'm also going to talk about where you can find this so that you know where the information is at. But, in mobile homes, you have three wind zone one, two, and three. They all have a different meaning, and throughout the nation, because every market has mobile homes. I'll put it this way, but not every market has the same type of wind zones. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to make this simple to break down for you as to the wind zones, and then go a little more specific on that and where to find them, where to find the information. Okay, so here is the breakdown of what a wind zone is. Okay, so wind zone 3, which is the strongest build, right? Think about it this way: strongest. It is designed to resist winds up to 110 miles. And I think the new mobile homes now, I think they've actually upped those as well. They haven't, updated the systems, but I think I overheard 130 miles. So start visualizing. Where can you find these mobile homes, or where should they be placed? Because this is where immediately gets tricky. Somebody trying to move a mobile home from, let's use Florida. Okay, picture the state of Florida, big old loop, right? And you have a mobile home, Central Florida. Well, there is where you would find maybe a wind zone 1. Okay, and you want to move it down closer to the beach. You see where I'm going with that? Let me go ahead and get back to the wind zones real quick, and we'll talk on that. Wind zone 2 is designed to resist winds up to 100 miles per hour. Pretty strong though. For a lot of you people who think that a little bit of wind of gust is going to blow a mobile home, incorrect. I've seen stick built houses get blown and a mobile home stay. So there you go. And then wind zone 1's designed for the interior of the country where the hurricanes are not expected. So there you go. And that's where my story was headed. When you think of wind zone 1s, those are more for like central Georgia, central Florida, central Alabama, and of course I'm talking southeast because that's what I'm currently covering. So that's where you're going to find those. Now you buy one of these mobile homes and you want to take it down to near the beach. Well, the winds are heavy there. There's hurricanes expected. So in the natural, you should think you want something that can resist to that. So what the cities have done now at this point, and if not all, most of definitely, they will have that as a requirement before you can move a mobile home into the county. Wherever this beach is at, or you're trying to move it, they're going to strictly say only wind zone 2s and or 3s. And some cities, from my understanding, and this is more bottom of Alabama, they will only allow wind zone 3s. Period. Wind zone 2s are not allowed either. So you cannot move that wind zone 1 from central state wherever and move it closer to the beach because it does not meet the requirements. And yes, if you move a mobile home without asking, without getting the permits, without actually doing it like you're supposed to, and you get it down close to the beach, and then it's time to, okay, let me go register it, you're not going to get it registered. They're going to tell you, get that thing out of here. And I've seen that. Now, for those of you who do not know what it takes, cost, expenses to move a mobile home, I'll tell you this. To move a single wide on a 50-mile radius, let me repeat that. To move a single wide on a 50-mile radius, just for transportation, you're looking anywhere from 2-ish to about 3 to 4,000, right? That being said, is all that mover transportation company is going to do is going to pick up that mobile home from point A, take it over to point B, and they don't care. A lot of these movers are not going to care or even tell you, hey, this is not a wind zone 2. They're going to say, give me the money and I'll take it over there. That's your problem after the fact. This is for you to do your due diligence. It's not for anybody else to follow behind you. But take it over there and they can't, and it does not meet the requirements just simply because of that. Now, would a mobile home, would a wind zone 1 sustain the winds? It's questionable. They are built for the wind zone for a reason. So, I would stick with what it's supposed to be. Now, you will find wind zone 3 sometimes in central states, that people decide to move. Well, that's okay. They're stronger built and you can put those really anywhere. But you can't do the other way around. Now, something that I don't mention on this here, and that's also the temperature that they can sustain. So wind zone 3, you will also find them many times up north of the U.S. So heavy snows, heavy ices. They're built a little stronger on that in itself, also better insulated, and also can sustain X amount of weight for say on the roofs. So if you had, let's just say Chicago, New York, Maine, any of those states up there where you have feet of snow, well, a wind zone 1, it wouldn't sustain the weather because it would not, that home would not stay warm enough. Um, you know, to a certain extent, of course. But the actual snow that it would pack up on the top, if you see the back of it as a roof, it may not be able to sustain that. So again, you know, that's why these are requirements that are required by the city, by the county, that you have to meet before you can just move a home. Before you move a mobile home, check. Always check. Don't do the other way around. And like I said, I have seen people where they've moved it one way, 4,000, and the city rejects it. They have to move it out now, because once you let them know, they're going to follow up on it every week. Have you moved your mobile home? Now it's in violation. Now you owe fines. It is in your best interest to move it, but then you're moving it back somewhere else for another 4,000. Now you're 8,000 into it, and you've done nothing. Don't do that. Places where you can find that. There is a such thing called a HUD data plate, which is located inside a mobile home. Should be inside of a mobile home. Okay. Typically, you can find those on the breaker box, the panel. You can find them on the master bedroom closet on the wall. It is literally a sticker. You know what? Let me share a picture of that real quick. Well, I'm already showing you this. Let me go and show you. I'll pull this up while I'm talking. Cabinets, you can find them in the laundry. If there's a cabinet, it's usually on the door, on the back wall. Kitchen, bottom, top counter, cabinet, same way on the doors. Typically, we see those. For the most part, we have found those on the master bedroom closet. That's typically where we find them. So as long as you can find a HUD data plate, and I'm trying to pull this up so I can show you real quick and what it looks like. And it's simple. It will say 1, it will say a 2, or it will say a 3. But it's a little more than that. So I'm going to show you an example here. Was actually doing a coaching call just a little while ago, and this is actually the lesson we were going over with the investors. So we were talking about this, something small but important. And you know, the way they build them, it's like, gosh, you figure that they would put this a little more secured somewhere. You know, a simple sticker up against the wall, it can get pulled off, and it does. It gets peeled off all the time. It gets painted over. People just don't treat it because it doesn't look very serious of a thing when it's up on the wall like that. What's funny is I've been out to a bunch of mobile homes that we're getting ready to invest in, and we'll ask them, is the HUD data plate inside? They've never heard of it. They've never seen it. I'll take them to their own closet, and they're like, wow, I didn't know that was in there. So that's kind of funny. Let me show you this real quick. I want to show you what I'm talking about. HUD data plate. So there it is. This is what it looks like. It has a lot of information. It also very good source tool for you to be able to verify everything on a title. Okay, it has all the information you need. And right over here on this side, it'll have, I can't really tell what this one is, doesn't really matter, but it'll have a 1, it'll have a 2, or it'll have a 3. And it'll show you down here on the maps where the home can go. It'll show you certain states, certain areas, and again, that's what you have to abide. So as long as you have this, you're able to tell what it says, and if it meets the requirements, well, then there you have it. It can be moved, and you go ahead and do your transportation. Hope this video helps. If you need additional coaching, if you're looking to move some of these mobile homes and have more questions on permits, inspections, what all it takes, setting up, because nope, mobile home movers will not set your mobile home up, not everything. They will move them, set it, level it, strap it, and then they are gone. Who puts the beautiful skirting around the home? Maybe it needs concrete, okay? It depends on what you're trying to do. That decks, porches, which one do you want? Connecting the utilities, that's huge, of course. All those things are not done by most transportation companies. I say that because we've had a couple teams that actually do. So even if they offer that, you know, maybe worth the investment. All right, you know where to find me. Email me, j@garciamhu.com. Visit my site at garciamhu.com. Till next time, thank you for watching.